What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ariel, if you didn't know. So today's video is gonna be something I haven't talked about in quite some time. It is gonna be all about how to grow your social media platforms, how to gain clients from growing your social media platforms, and some tips and tricks that I personally have used that have helped me in the past, especially with lashing and gaining my clientele. So let's get into it. First things first is we want to understand why is social media so important. There's the obvious reasons. Of course, this is where we get all of our information from. This is literally how the world works now. People go onto social media platforms, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, whatever the case is, for specific reasons. Number one, definitely to be entertained, because who doesn't like to get a good video on YouTube or even TikTok, whatever the case is. Another thing is to actually shop. Now all of these apps are definitely integrated with a shopping platform where they're able to kind of explore different brands, see what they have to offer, see what products there are, and kind of see firsthand what they look like. That is something that we definitely need to understand before we go into actually creating our business Instagram. Sometimes our personal Instagram is really just to show personal pictures, show things we like, show things we don't like, whatever the case is. But when you're going into a business Instagram, you do have to make sure that you're coming at it from a totally different perspective, totally different angle. You need to make sure that you are going in there with a clear indication on what you're trying to achieve with every single post and everything you give off in that social media platform. So one thing that you definitely want to know is you definitely want to make sure that everything you do is catering to a specific audience. Niching down and actually giving yourself a smaller group of audience or people to work with is actually going to be a lot easier, and it's going to be a lot more impactful for you to actually get the return or get people coming back to you or actually have any type of engagement. When you kind of narrow it down and kind of filter out a specific person you're looking for, guaranteed at least one person is gonna like something and they're gonna have something in common. So you're gonna have, a smaller group of people, but those people are more likely to come to you or more likely to buy from you or just more likely to be interested in what you're doing and what you have to offer. What we're doing when we go onto these platforms is we're essentially building a portfolio for ourselves. So that is what you have to kind of base everything on, is this is your portfolio. This is what people are gonna look at and basically brand you as. No matter what the case is, they don't know what you look like, they don't know what you're doing, but everything you post on your work side of things is going to be what you represent as a lash artist, as a makeup artist, as anything, whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, whatever service you're trying to provide, this is how you are going to come off. So one of my biggest things that I think has helped me in the past is actually working backwards. So what I mean by working backwards is finding that clear-cut client and actually kind of figuring out an entire story around them. You want to make sure that you kind of build a picture around a specific client that you're looking at. Okay, so that's kind of like the way that I would work around it and what has actually helped me in the past. I just wanted to give you guys a clear kind of bigger picture when it comes to social media, because I feel like everyone wants to know where to start, and that's really and truly where to start. Before you start posting, before you start figuring out which editing apps you want to definitely have a clear picture. This is step one. So if you guys want more details in the actual scheme of it, let me know in the comments below and I can definitely go into more detail. Before I finish off this video, I do want to add some other tips that I definitely found very, very useful and things that you can definitely start working on in your next steps. Okay, so some other tips that actually are super helpful and definitely do work is definitely posting more videos than pictures. Videos are a great way to get a real life example of what your work looks like. So people definitely trust videos a lot more than they trust pictures. Another thing that is extremely important, and it's literally the foundation of all social media, is engagement. I feel like people tend to want to post, they want to get the followers, they want to get all the likes, the comments, but they don't want to do anything in return. They don't want to go out there and look for people to engage with. They don't want to kind of be able to comment back to people, and that's not the way to do it. To be successful in social media and any type of platform like that, it's all about networking. It's all about creating a community, and that's the bigger picture. So you want to make sure you are constantly engage as much as you can. Make sure that you're definitely niching down again. Make sure that you're definitely catering to a local market. Yes, we all want followers, but we want followers that can then convert into customers. It makes no sense if you live in Toronto and you're getting followers all the way in Kentucky, because that makes no sense. Those people will never be customers customers. Okay, so another thing too, along with engagement, is humor is a huge thing. Humor is amazing to boost your engagement. People love to laugh, and why wouldn't they? So definitely make sure that you're kind of incorporating some humor into your posts, especially any type of memes. Memes are amazing. We love memes at Flourish too. Just make sure that it is relatable. Make sure that it's related to lashing, because we're talking about lashing, of course. So memes, huge thing. Humor, huge thing. My last tip before I end off this video to jumpstart your social media platforms is definitely participating in trendy topics. So anything that is trending, whether it is an award show, whether it's a current event, whether it's just a hashtag that's trending, anything like that is amazing to participate in, because it starts a conversation that's already going on. So if somebody is engaged in that conversation that's already following you, chances are they will respond to a story, they'll engage in a post. If it's you're doing a poll, answering questions, whatever the case is, it definitely helps to boost your engagement. Okay, so that is it for this video. If you guys like these tips, definitely let me know. If you guys love hearing about the social media stuff, please let me know that as well. I hope that you guys loved it. I definitely tried to give you guys a nice kind of perspective on social media and things that you definitely need to do, especially at the beginning. So if you guys like this video, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll be back with something new next time. Bye.